So I've been reading a book called The Universe Has Your Back. It's not the first time that we've read this book, but I was reading through it and I wanted to share one of the quotes from our author, Gabby Bernstein. She is instructing and giving us guidance, so when we are acting out of fear-based decisions and actions, we have the ability to recognize that we are not in our power. And fear takes us out of our power. So close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you, or you can keep your eyes open, gazing out at a distance on the floor. She says, when you're disconnected, you can recite your prayer and get back into the flow of your power. Repeat to yourself, I witness that I'm out of alignment with my power. I choose to see peace instead of this. I witness that I am I am out of alignment with my power. I choose to see peace instead of this. So as you come to sit on your chair, I'll suggest that you sit toward the edge so that you're not sitting straight up against the back of your seat. So your sits bones are grounded about halfway on your seat. And your thighs, hip points, and your knees align. The knees down to the ankles. And if for some reason your feet don't feel very grounded on the floor, you could take blocks. If you're at home and you don't have blocks, you can always take a shoe box or two, right? And then just place your feet up on blocks. So for me, that tilt is a little too high, but that might be just right for you. So take the moment to align and use your blocks if necessary. If not, you can set them off to the side. We might need them again. And getting grounded. And feel the root of your feet against the floor, the connection of your seat and the chair. And just acknowledge the legs of the chair, the support of the earth, allowing you to sit and be supported in this position. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose, sigh it out through your mouth. Inhale through your nose, real full, but to fill those lungs up with nice, full, deep breathing. And then a soft sigh out through the mouth this time. Perched lips like you're blowing out a candle. Good, try that again. Inhale deeply. And sigh it out your way. Big open mouth or perched lips. And begin to connect with your ordinary flow of breath. Just observe as it comes and goes through the tip of your nose. Feeling the wind flow in and out. Let all your attention rest. As the breath comes and goes now with the mouth softly closed. No clenching in the jaw. You might notice that the jaw is clenching, so a little wiggle of the jaw, relaxing, softening. Barely touching of the lips, the tongue resting in your mouth. And as you observe the breath coming and going at the tip of your nose, just notice how when you breathe in, that wind feels a little cooler than when you breathe out. So just spend a moment here breathing in and out of your nose, observing the flow of the breath. Temperature, texture. Is it deep or shallow? Is it quiet or audible? Just observe. Be with your breath as it comes and goes through your nose. In this practice of basic breath awareness observation, we say the ordinary flow of your breath, but once you tune into that breath, we acknowledge that it's quite extraordinary. Good, now that you have a nice connection to the ordinary flow of your breath, begin to deepen your breathing. A little bit at a time. Allow it to be a process. So with each round of breath, perhaps it gets a little fuller. Observe where in your body do you feel the breath flow. Maybe it's the chest, your belly, and just watching the breath come and go, filling the body up on your inhales, perhaps feeling a little taller. And as you exhale, you feel it dissolve. A little gentle pull of gravity. Let's all exhale together. Breathing in fully, try to fill the bottom of the ribs. Breathing in for about 4 counts now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from the center of the body, feel the exhale release for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, breathing deep. In and out. Little contraction of the throat now so that you can hear the wind-like or oceanic-like sound of your breath. Engage in Ujjayi breathing, victorious breath. So it sounds like the wind's in your throat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Next inhale, raise the arms out and up. Take a nice deep breath in, reaching up toward the sky. Feel the root of your feet. And from the down of your feet, lift the middle fingertip just a little bit more. Notice by raising your hands, are you raising your shoulders toward your ears? And if so, can you relax the shoulders at the same time, lifting through the fingers? That's the way. And then remember, we're going to reach up like there's a rope above us, and you're grabbing, climbing your way up. Remember that you can always dig yourself out. One breath, one reach at a time. Inhale and exhale. Both arms reach high now. And exhale, bring your hands back together now in front of your heart. To all beings everywhere, may you find peace, even if it is for one mindful breath. Let's Om together. Inhale. Again, inhale, reaching the arms out and up, sun breath here. And as you exhale, the hands come right down through center. One more time like that, breathing in, out and up, feeling both feet rooting down to inform the lift, and as you exhale, hands come down through center. We'll interlace your fingers now and reach the palms forward. From the down of the feet again, let's reach the arms up a little higher. And you can wiggle from side to side, nice gentle movement. A little goes a real long way in these side body stretches. Good. When you feel even on both sides, reach up through the palms again. The index finger side of your hand works just a little bit more to get long. And then as you exhale, release the grip of your hands. Reach back for the legs behind your chair. Lifting your chest, leaning forward just a little bit so you can get a nice stretch in your chest and a bit of a back bend. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then drawing your tailbone under a little bit, reach for the knees now and round your spine. . together now. So inhale, reach the arms out and up. And as you exhale, hands come toward the knees as you round your spine. Feel the tailbone lift behind as you reach the arms up. And as you exhale, tailbone scoops under as you reach for those knees. One more flow like this. Inhale, up. And exhale, down and round. And then come back to a neutral position. We'll raise the shoulders toward the ears like you're shrugging your shoulders. I don't know. That's a good answer nowadays. Good, let it drop. And let's try again. Inhale, shoulders up toward the ears. Let those elbows flop. One more time. Inhale, lift. Feel the tension build, and now let it go. Shoulder roll up, back, down and around. Breathe in as you lift. Breathe out as you release. One more time like this. Inhale and exhale. Good, and if you take your hands on top of your shoulders, let the elbows lead, drawing back, up, around, and forward. Nice big rotation through those shoulders. Our ball and socket joints need a little extra movement here. Good. Excellent. Now, like wings, we're going to open up our arms. So bring your elbows and your palms to touch in front of your chest. And as you inhale, let the arms splay wide open like you're opening a gate. Good. And then as you exhale, we'll draw those arms back together again. Feel the shoulder blades splay. Inhale, open, chest bursts forward, shoulder blades gather. And exhale, draw it within. One more time like that. Inhale, feel space. And bring it back into center. Nice. Now with your hands staying together, we're going to do some shoulder or wrist rolls. So rotate your wrists around, keeping your wrists connected as you rotate your hands. So the backs of the hands roll together, and as you start to rotate forward, the palms touch again. Let's try that again. Like you're saying, come hither. Good. And then rotate it the other way. So roll forward and out, down and around. Feels really good on those wrists. And I'm certain many of us have been mad typing, whether it's on our phones or our computers these days. Good. And then extend your arms out forward, make some fists. Shoulders and wrists are in the same height. Good. So start to flick your fingers and then squeeze. Again, and squeeze. Sometimes we need little exercises and outlets to release tension, stress, anger, confusion, right? So just let that go. Start flicking a little bit quicker now, creating a little bit more heat in the arms, blood flow getting to the hands now, lots of prana moving. Feel a little bit of that heat building in your arms. You are strong, reminding you of that. And instead of cursing, you could just say, flick you. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Release your hands, palms up, and just feel all that energy. Good, let's add on a little. Inhale the arms out and up. As you exhale, hinge forward and fold. Bring your hands to your knees, lift your chest, look forward, inhale. Bend the elbows again and fold, bowing. From the root of your feet, rise back up, raising the arms toward the sky. And exhale, hands together in front of your heart. I'm going to add on again. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, hinge forward, widen your stance a little bit, little toe heel feet. Hands can come to the floor, or you could take blocks underneath your hands and just allow the head to release down toward the mat. Some of you might find keeping the spine parallel to the floor a little bit better. So if for some reason you're dealing with high blood pressure or there's just a lot of congestion in the head, you might want to keep the head lifted so the spine is long. Otherwise, to release some of that tension in our lower backs that I know many of us are holding on to, as you widen your stance and fold down, let the belly rest between the thighs and the head just hang. We'll take a couple of deep breaths here. In through the nose and out. You might even feel the knees hugging in toward your arms, like you're hugging yourself. And as you exhale, relax a little bit more. Go ahead and straighten your arms, lift your chest, look up, inhale. And exhale, bend the elbows, folding again. We're going to rise, so root down into your feet. And walking them back to hip width again. And let's just tap those feet. Keep tapping. Get some energy into the feet. For 10, 9, keep going. I know your ankles are feeling it now. 7, 6, 5, 4, keep going. 3, you got this. 2, and 1, release. Feel your feet now. All of that sensation, that's energy, reminding us that I am okay, I am alive, I feel my power. Excellent. Very nice, everybody. Inhale the arms out and up. We're going to take a side body stretch, so go ahead and grab a hold of your chair, seat, or the leg, and lean up and over toward your right side. You're going to look underneath your left arm. You might bend the left elbow so the hand comes behind the head. And you can lift up and back just a little bit, opening up those intercostal muscles a little bit more, the rib muscles. The left hand comes to the opposite leg or the chair, reaching your right arm up tall, breathe in. And as you exhale, lean to the left. And I'm gazing underneath that right arm, facing that wall. And if you'd like, bend the right arm, hand comes behind the head, lean the head back ever so slightly, opening up again a little bit more through your chest and side ribs. Breathe deep. Good, everybody. Back to center you go. Unravel and just feel the rebound of your side stretches. Inhale the arms out and up again. We'll take a twist this time. So your right arm is going to come to your left knee. Bring your left hand behind you so that the forearm is at the top of the back of your chair. And looking over that left shoulder. Using your hand and the knee pressing against each other to keep your legs and your hips stabilized. And feel the twist coming from the root of your seat, getting a little bit taller through the crown on your inhales. And as you exhale, a little bit more space in your twist. Taking your time, each breath creates a little bit more space. And then unwind, coming back to center. Good, inhale the arms up again. Get ready for your twist on the opposite direction, or in the opposite direction. So right hand will go behind you now, left hand comes to your right knee. Keeping the knees stacked hip width apart, gazing over your shoulders. Breathe in. And exhale out. Really wringing out the bottom of your exhale. Feel the belly button hug in. And then we'll unwind again, coming back into center. Good. Just notice how you're feeling now. How are you breathing? The lower back should be all fired up and awake now. Excellent. Okay, we're going to shift a little bit to some standing posture. So stand up and grab your chair. You're going to bring your chair in front of you. And of course, I have my chair on my mat because it just keeps it more steady, so I don't have to worry about the chair moving around. So I would suggest that. And practice downward facing dog here at the chair. So stand behind your chair and grab a hold at the top of the seat, the back of your chair. And then begin to walk your feet back, a nice large step. We're going to take downward facing dog here on our chair. And you might just have to adjust where your chair is if the length is not long enough, so that when you walk your feet back, you want your hip points above your ankles, and you want your shoulders in line with your hips. And allow the head to stay neutral, so your ears align with your upper arms. A little micro bend in your knees, but reach back through that tailbone. Big, long body stretch here. Breathe in and out. Feel how the heart melts a little bit more. Good. One more nice deep breath in this down dog. Breathe in and out. Go ahead and step your right foot forward and angle your left leg so that the left toes are on a slight turn out. So your big toe would face the front corner of the mat. The right knee is going to bend directly over your ankle, and your hip points face the chair. So you can keep your hands on your chair if you'd like to. You can keep your right hand on the chair and maybe raise your left arm up. That's creating a sense of alternate arm and leg. And if you feel stable, you can raise both of your legs and enjoy your warrior one. Remember, no matter where you are, just feel the roots of your feet grounding down. From the roots of your feet, you could rise up through the crown of your head. Really feel that nice big stretch down the back of your leg. One more full breath here. Inhale and exhale. Nice. And then you can step that right foot back to meet the left again, and come on back into your downward facing dog. From here, we're going to work on a little bit of a balance. So keep your right foot grounded, your hands at the ends of the seat, or the sides of the seat, pardon me, the top. You're going to raise your left leg up and come into a warrior three position. So where your arms are, you can draw them a little bit further down your chair, or keep them nice and high. Again, feeling that parallel line of your spine and the earth. Good. Keeping the inner left thigh lifting. One more breath. I know you're working. Good. And as you exhale, slowly release your left foot. Take a deep breath in, lift your heart, look up. And again, fold. Feel the down dog shape of your body. Nice. Left foot comes forward now. We'll take a warrior one here. So your left knee aligns over your ankle. Hip points face the back of your chair. And see how that right leg is grounding down. You want the pinky side edge of your foot really rooting into the earth, keeping some action in that back thigh. Good. And now breathe in and out. You can keep the left knee directly over the ankle the way it is, and raise your right arm up now. Just feeling the opposite attention to right and left sides. It's all about balance. And if you want to let go of the chair, Even if it's for one breath, go ahead and raise those arms up. One more full breath here. Excellent. And we're going to walk those feet back again, creating the shape of downward facing dog. Tune back into that audible breath, Ujjayi. And now we'll shift so the weight comes into the left leg. Grounding down through the left side, you're going to lift your inner right leg so that the foot comes to the height of your hip. Arms are nice and long. Legs are reaching and strong. Feel a little lift of your belly, wrapping in those transverse muscles. Good. One more full breath here. A little bend in the knees. Place the right foot down and create that shape of down dog again. Oh, that feels good. Walk those feet in and come to stand in a neutral position. How are we doing there? It feels great. Woo! Love this. Okay, so we're going to turn the chair around so that the seat is facing you now. And I'm going to practice triangle pose. So let's turn your body so that your right leg, the right hip is facing the seat of the chair. Just step out wide, nice wide straddle in your legs, and turn your right toes to face the chair. So the hips are open and your arms can extend out wide. You're going to start to tilt so the right hip draws back as you reach forward and out with the right fingertips. You're going to lower your hand to your chair and raise your left arm straight up, straight from your shoulder to your fingertips, and creating this shape like a triangle. So of course, you can readjust and take a longer stance if you need, or you can shorten your stance. Remember, this is your practice. So everyone can stay as you are here, stacking your arms, or take that top arm and reach it up and over your ear now. Reaching your finger or fingertips toward that back edge of your chair. A little bend in your right arm gives you a little bit more length. Good. You could always take your top arm and wrap it behind your back, really opening up through the heart. Take another breath with me, in and out. Excellent. Raising the left arm, rising back to stand. Good. We're going to turn to face your chair. So just step that back foot in a little bit closer for a pyramid pose. So you can take the top of the chair seat or the back of the seat with your reach of your arms as you fold. So you go as high or as low as you wish. Good. So you can keep your chair just where it is. We're going to come to recline down on our mat or the floor rug, wherever you're practicing today. And so you're going to sit down and swing your legs up your chair. So when you come to recline, from your hips to shoulders, everything's on the floor. Do a little hip opener here. So bring the right knee in toward your chest and give yourself a little hug. And then as you open up the hip of the right leg, bring your right foot to your left knee. So here you might slide that left heel a little closer towards you to get more sensation in the hip. So you can leave your foot there. Or if you want it a little deeper, you're going to lift your left foot off the chair completely and grab a hold of the back of that thigh by interlacing your fingers behind your left leg. If you do this version, you'll feel the right elbow and forming the opening of your hips. So get into your body, get into your breath. No one fits like you. Good. And then bringing your left foot back to your chair and the right. And pause and just feel both sides and drop equally. Left leg comes in now. I'm giving a little squeeze, massaging your organs. And as you open up the hip, you'll place your left foot onto the right knee. So I know on my left side, it always feels a little bit more challenging, tighter. I hold most of my stuff in the left side of my hip. So give yourself a little time, some nice deep breathing. Be really loving to yourself. And as you want a little more sensation, a little deeper hip opener, you draw that heel closer to the edge of the seat. You start to feel a little bit more of the benefits of this hip opener. Feel the stretch splaying across the backside. And then if you'd like to, lift your foot off the chair and grab the back of the right thigh, hugging the legs in, breathing deep into that sensation. Inhale. Maybe sigh out through your mouth, let go of anything that you might not be needing today. Allow yourself the chance to let it all go for now. Really good. And then you're going to place your feet back to your chair. And get comfortable reclining here. So instead of legs up the wall, we're practicing legs up the chair. You can place your hands over your belly and just feel how the breath rises and falls through the belly. Expands, contracts through the ribs, and lifts and lowers through the chest. If you'd like, you can take your arms behind you, the opposite hold of your elbows, your forearms, or even wrists if you want a little looser. Just feel open space of your chest. And if that feels vulnerable, and you have a blanket or a bolster or a pillow nearby, you could just place that bolster or blanket right over your belly. Just feel a little bit of grounding. I'm going to just spend another couple of breaths here in silence. Just feel the breath rise and fall. The wind at the tip of your nose, cool and warm. Reminding us that we are always riding the wave of balance, up, down, in and out. And begin to bring your awareness back into your breath. Deepening your breathing now. You can even wiggle your fingers and your toes. Raise your feet off your chair. Hug both of your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. You can rock a little bit. And just go ahead and roll onto your right side. Rest your head in the fold of your arms. No need to move too fast. You take your time. Using your hands to guide you. You start to sit up, but round your way up. So let the head hang heavy as you start to roll up. You could sit right where you are on the ground, or take your time to shift back into your chair. Coming back where you began at the end of the class for me is one of the special moments that I get to acknowledge how my practice affects me from the beginning to the end. So I always love to start and end the same way. So coming to the seated position, feel the ground beneath your feet. Feel the steadiness. I am steady. Feel the crown rise to reach for the sky. I am ready. Remember, when you acknowledge that you are not aligned with your power, you can choose peace instead. I hope this practice today on our chairs brought you peace, whether you are at home or you are at work, wherever you are. Remember, sometimes we just have to take a seat. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Leah Hardefellis. I am the proud yoga mama of Breathe and Flow Yoga. It is so great to be able to still serve the community and share the teachings of yoga in some way. So feel free to reach out to us. Remember, all of these recordings will be available on our YouTube channel, so you could tune in at any time, rewatch, share with your friends, family, anyone that you believe that would benefit from the practice of yoga. We are here for you. We are always connected. Let's Om. Take a deep breath in. The divine light that shines within me honors the same bright light within each and every one of you. Namaste.